If you're naturally lean and your primary goal is to gain muscle and body weight, a training approach that emphasizes careful balance between stimulus and recovery is crucial. The 2-on, 1-off model, 2 consecutive days of heavy training followed by 1 full day of rest, is especially well suited for hard gainers because it delivers intense, focused stimulus while minimizing excess caloric expenditure and cumulative fatigue that can sabotage size gains. Hard gainers typically struggle with generating a consistent caloric surplus, have higher metabolic rates, and recover less predictably from high-frequency training. A 2-2-1 schedule addresses each of these challenges. First, concentrated sessions allow you to apply higher intensity and heavier loads in each workout. When volume and intensity are packed into 2 quality sessions, you can prioritize compound lifts, progressive overload, and targeted hypertrophy work without needing to stretch training across many days. That means you get strong anabolic signals from heavy squats, deadlifts, presses, and rows without forcing the body into a high-frequency schedule that burns extra calories through increased training time. Second, limiting the training frequency reduces total weekly energy expenditure from exercise. Longer or more frequent sessions increase caloric burn, which is counterproductive for someone trying to gain mass. Short, intense sessions of roughly 1 hour keep the training stimulus high but the caloric cost manageable. That preserves the athlete's ability to maintain a caloric surplus, which is the cornerstone of hypertrophy for skinny trainees. Third, recovery windows are structured to prevent cumulative fatigue and overtraining. Training 3 or more heavy days in a row, or 6 days a week, can compromise recovery, decreasing performance on subsequent sessions and increasing the risk of injury. With 2-on, 1-off, you get to hard days to stimulate growth and 1 day to fully replenish glycogen, repair microtrauma, and restore central nervous system readiness. This cycle repeats across the week, allowing repeated bouts of high-quality training rather than a drawn-out mediocre intensity spread across many days. Finally, psychologically it's simple and sustainable. Hard gainers often benefit from clear structure and a plan that doesn't demand daily high-intensity sessions. The 2-2-1 rhythm is easy to follow and forgiving. If you need an extra rest day, it's not catastrophic. If you want to escalate intensity, you can do so in the next cycle. Overall, this model is a sound compromise between stimulus and recovery for anyone prioritizing size over caloric burn. Physiological rationale, caloric balance, recovery, and hormonal response. Gaining muscle mass is fundamentally a matter of providing the body with adequate stimulus and surplus resources. The physiology behind the 2-on, 1-off approach ties directly into caloric balance, recovery processes, and hormonal environment. These factors matter more for hypertrophy than sheer training volume alone. To put on weight, you must eat more calories than your body burns. Every additional hour of strenuous training increases total daily energy expenditure, making it harder to achieve and sustain a surplus. By keeping sessions to an hour and limiting frequency, you reduce the extra calories burned through prolonged workouts and high training frequency. This makes it easier to achieve the daily surplus necessary for muscle protein deposition. For lean individuals with fast metabolisms, that small reduction in exercise-induced calorie burn can be the difference between gaining and remaining the same. Muscle hypertrophy occurs during recovery, not during the training itself. Progressive overload creates microtrauma and metabolic stress in muscle fibers. Repair mechanisms then rebuild those fibers stronger and larger. The 2-2-1 pattern gives muscles repeated, adequate recovery windows between intense bouts. After 2 consecutive heavy sessions, the body is primed for a full recovery day, resetting neuromuscular capabilities. This gives tissues the time needed for protein synthesis to outpace breakdown. Heavy resistance training elevates anabolic hormones like testosterone transiently. If you under-recover, cortisol and catabolic pathways can start to dominate, negating growth. A structured rest day helps normalize hormone fluctuations, reduce accumulated stress, and keep the anabolic environment more favorable. Overtraining isn't just about soreness. It's a chronic condition where performance drops and mood, sleep, and immunity suffer. Hard gainers who push to often risk burning calories without gaining tissue, increasing injury risk and stalling progress. The 2-on-1 model strategically spaces effort to maximize adaptation and minimize the risk of chronic fatigue. Welcome to the ultimate 2-on-1 fitness blueprint. This structured plan is engineered for maximum intensity and optimal recovery to transform your physique and strength. Before we dive into the heavy lifting, preparation is vital. We start with mobility work, using everyday objects to prime our muscles for growth. Day 1 focuses on heavy lower body development. We begin with front squats, using a massive silver nickel as a weight plate for extreme resistance. Next, we transition to Romanian deadlifts. A giant safety pin serves as our barbell, allowing us to focus on the hinge and the posterior chain. Push your limits with leg presses. Pushing against a giant box of matches requires total concentration and steady power to drive the weight upward. Finish the lower body session with calf raises on the edge of a massive hardcover book. High repetitions here will ensure your foundation is solid. Consistency in the 2-on-1 cycle is the key. By grouping heavy sessions together, we create the perfect stimulus for muscular hypertrophy and power. Day 2 shifts focus to the upper body. Bench press a giant toothpick loaded with fresh blueberries to target your chest with unique, unstable resistance. For back width and strength, perform pull-up variations on the rim of a massive porcelain coffee mug. Grip strength is tested to the absolute max. Master the overhead press using a giant die. Balancing this awkward object builds incredible shoulder stability and core strength throughout the entire movement range. Isolate the arms with supersets. Use small pebbles as dumbbells for curls and extensions to ensure every muscle fiber is exhausted by the end. Training at this intensity demands respect for the process. Every rep counts, and every movement brings you closer to your ultimate physical potential. Day 3 is for rest and recovery. This is when the magic happens. Your muscles repair and grow stronger while your nervous system fully recharges. Don't forget nutrition. Fuel your gains with protein-rich meals. On this scale, even a single pea looks like a feast on a giant dinner plate. As the cycle repeats, you will notice the progress. The objects that once seemed impossible to move will start to feel lighter and more manageable. Sleep is your most powerful recovery tool. Resting under a giant microfiber cloth ensures you wake up ready to tackle the next heavy session. Final progression check. Lifting at an AA battery symbolizes your transition to elite strength levels. You have mastered the 2-on-1 blueprint. Are you ready to build a stronger version of yourself? Follow this blueprint, stay consistent, and start your journey to peak performance today. If you are naturally lean, stop treating the gym like a marathon. Many lifters fall into the trap of excessive cardio, which burns the very fuel your muscles need to grow and recover. You cannot build a skyscraper using only toothpicks. Neglecting your nutrition and failing to maintain a caloric surplus is the most common reason why hard gainers see zero progress despite their hard work. More volume does not always equal more muscle. Pushing yourself to the point of exhaustion with endless sets can actually hinder your progress. Focus on quality over quantity for better results. Growth happens when the balance shifts. By adding just a small, consistent caloric surplus to your daily routine, you provide your body with the building blocks it needs to repair and expand. Fatigue is a silent progress killer that accumulates over time. When you feel overwhelmed and tired, it is crucial to recognize the need for a deload or an extra day of complete rest. Training must evolve as you do. Beginners should focus on mastering movement patterns, while advanced lifters need to shift toward higher intensity and more complex stimulus to keep the body adapting. The 2-on-1 model, the powerful strategy for recovery. By training for 2 days and resting for 1, you optimize the window for muscle repair and maintain high energy levels for every session. Efficiency is key to natural growth. Keep your workouts focused and intense, aiming to finish within 60 minutes. This prevents excessive cortisol spikes and ensures you are training at your peak level. Success in fitness is the result of repeated, disciplined cycles. Stay consistent with your strategy, trust the process, and eventually, you will see the transformation you have been working so hard for.